of year. The NBA playoffs are finally here for our Utah Jazz team, and we are ready. Sit back, relax, enjoy the final episode of year one. The NBA playoffs are about to begin for our Utah Jazz. Hey guys, what is up? And welcome back to the channel. Welcome to our Utah Jazz series. I want to thank you guys for the support on this series, but today we are reaching the end of the season. We are going to start our postseason journey. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an update before we do that and show you guys basically what we've been doing. So we've followed the Utah Jazz all season. I said I want to get to the end of the year ASAP, and this is the end of our first season. If you guys do want to see a second season of this series, all you need to do is drop a comment, drop a like, and we can get that rolling. But our final game of the year is against the Los Angeles Lakers. We are currently 41-32. We are playing some pretty good ball. We have been playing some pretty good ball, which has been really, really good. I've been really excited with the way we've been playing, but it all comes down to this video. It all comes down to the end of this video as we get ready for a big postseason. So as we started this video, we actually were the 7th seed, as you guys can see. This has been a really fun series. We traded in Jordan Poole. We made a hell of a lot of trades. We flipped rosters. We got new players. Now, at the moment, it is looking like we'll take on the Dallas Mavericks if we do make the playoffs at the moment. So the Dallas Mavericks currently 3rd, but this is how our players have been performing this season in our first year of this MyNBA Series. Jordan Poole, 21 a night. Buddy, 16. Colin Sexton's been really good off the bench. Thought he was a massive chance to win 6th Man of the Year. He should be in the running to win 6th Man of the Year. I'm excited to see what can happen with him. Jordan Clarkson as well. He got inserted back in. But to close this video, close the season one, I just want to give you guys an update of how we've been going and how everything has been going. We have been balling. I mean, we've been grinding. This has been a team that's worked its way up. We haven't been one of the best teams in the league, but we've been a really competitive team. We've brought in some really nice players, nice pieces. Of our first episode, we brought in Miles Turner, we brought in Jordan Poole, we got Gordon Hayward across. We have made a lot of moves, a lot of trades. Some people actually didn't agree with some of the moves we made, but man, I'm actually pretty excited with the moves we made this year, and we just got to get ready for year number 2 as we gear up for the postseason of year number 1 in today's video. But our final game was against the Los Angeles Lakers in LA. Now, I wasn't too worried on how we actually were going to go. As you guys will see in a minute, our playoff seeding was basically locked in, which was really exciting. It means we're going to get a playoff run for this season. If that was a play-in game, the playoffs, you guys are about to find out. Jordan Poole was really, really good this year for us. Really took the next step. It's great to have Jordan Clarkson back as well. Now, unfortunately, in this game, you can see here, we definitely were trying our absolute heart out. LA were just too good. I decided to rest most of our starters in the second half and gear up for the postseason because, yes, this Utah Jazz team will be playing in the playoffs, so stay around. You guys are going to learn who will be playing in the playoffs. Woo! We roll in. But end of season awards, let's get into it. We're also going to be doing team awards. I'll be giving out 3 awards. Luka Doncic was the most valuable player. I mean, there's no real denying Luka, the MVP. He averaged 38 a night, 11 rebounds and 10 assists. Absolutely unreal from Luka. I mean, averaging that high points and still able to get that triple-double. That man is an absolute beast. So kudos to Luka Doncic in our first season. He is an MVP. Maybe one day he can come play with the Utah Jazz. Paolo was the Rookie of the Year. He's having a really good rookie year for Orlando. Andre Drummond was the 6th Man of the Year. Maybe someone we target in the offseason if we need some bench scoring. I mean, we do have a really solid bench at the moment. I do feel like we need to upgrade certain aspects of this roster, and we will do that, but we've got to keep our attention to the postseason because, man, this is basically what it is. But Andre Drummond was 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Giannis. No real surprises there. I decided that I wanted to give out 3 awards for my team. So I gave out an MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, and Most Improved. So I gave Jordan Poole our MVP for year 1. Miles Turner was our Defensive Player of the Year, and Colin Sexton was Most Improved. Colin Sexton was so good off the bench for us. Great to see him healthy and great to see him really having a dip for this team. Now, we will be playing the Minnesota Timberwolves. So we did actually get the 5th seed. So playoff round number 1 of our journey is against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So what you guys are going to see is a complete summary of the series in this video. So sit back, relax. This is how the NBA standings looked out in the West for our seeding. So we actually got the 5th seed. We avoided the plane, which was really good. Denver got the first seed. Dallas got number 2. Pelicans got 3. We finished with the 5th seed, which I'm really, really happy with. But this is a tough Minnesota team. I mean, you got Anthony Towns, you got Ant Edwards, you got D'Angelo Russell, Rudy Gobert. The names really go on. But, man, we are excited. We actually have played Minnesota, I think, 3 times. I think they beat us 3 times. We actually beat them once, so we actually played them 4 times. This is their projected starting lineup for our first round series, so I honestly can't wait. But like I said, you guys are going to get a full first round review. You guys are going to see every single game, how it went down. I'm going to give you guys a quick review of all the games, so you can really keep rolling. But it is Minnesota. It is Utah in the first round. I'm actually really happy we made the playoffs. The 5th seed is really good considering we were basically looking at a rebuilding team. This team was definitely looking like a rebuilding team. So I'm so happy that we made the playoffs. Now we just got to get our feet wet. We've got to see how we go with this roster. So we start with game 1. So, yes, Minnesota did have the first seed out. Actually, the seed above us out in the West, so they've got home court advantage. So what you want to do is when you're coming into a home floor, you want to try and get the W. Want to steal home court early on. So that's exactly what we're going to try and do in game 1. But like I said, quick reviews for these games. I'll give you quick reviews, and then we'll move on to the next game. Basically tell you guys how the game went down and how it really rocked. But it's game 1 of the NBA playoffs. The Utah Jazz taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's get it on. So early on in this one, Gordon Hayward was being... I mean, I tell you what, an aggressive Gordon Hayward really excites me. He's working here on D'Lo. This is why we bring him across. He goes in and he gets it to go. First bucket of the playoffs belongs to Gordon Hayward. Now, Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert is a really tough matchup for us, but Gordon Hayward knocks it down. Rudy, you need to step up. You need to be ready. Now, Miles Turner also, he's set for a massive series. This was a really tight game 1. You can see here, we definitely were hanging in. We took the lead, but man, Minnesota, they are a tough team. Look at our ball movement here. Buddy Hield kicks it to Crowder, and Jay Crowder got hot early on in this game. But man, Minnesota really got ascendancy back in this game. Anthony Edwards took over. Rudy Gobert, you can see here, these rebounds really hurt us. We definitely need to adjust our bigs, but game 1 did go the way of the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were just too good for us. We were actually okay in this game, but game 1 does go the way of the Timberwolves. Gordon Hayward had 19. Anthony Towns, an absolute beast. We go to game 2 of the playoffs. Game 2, our three-point shooting did come in game 2. Early on, we were hanging in, but still, we're having problems with Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. They were just too big. Jordan Poole for 3. JP struggled in game 1, so we definitely needed JP to get going, but Anthony Towns again. Maybe it was time for a lineup change because Anthony Towns is leading the way for this Minnesota team in game 2. He's absolutely dominating, and they had the answers as Jordan Poole over Gobert. I said JP needed to be strong in this game. He goes with the right hand. He gets it to go. Jordan Poole. But Minnesota, man, just had the answers. Karl Anthony Towns, my goodness, goes in. He gets it to go way too big, and Minnesota are looking the goods again in game 2. So, I mean, we tried to hang around. But game 2 did go the way of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So we now trail 2-0. Jordan Poole had 41 in this game. 41! We go to game 3. Game 3 is back in Utah. Man, we are excited to have this game in Utah. And man, we need a win. But Anthony Towns, he brings his good form to Utah. And man, Minnesota are off to a flying start here. D'Angelo Russell gives them an 8-0 lead. First quarter here. Buddy Hield for 3. Buddy Hield, he knocks it down. Miles Turner for 3, and we're right back in this game. Like I said, we needed a bit of fight. We needed a bit of punch in this game. But Anthony Edwards, he goes in and throws it down. Ant was a problem, but we were not letting this game up. Jordan Poole inside, can't get it to go. It did go down. I actually thought he actually missed that. But 69-64, things are looking good. JP to Turner for 3. And game 3, you can tell we really came to play. Good pass inside, and Jay Crowder gets it to go. We just had the answers. Buddy Hield for 3. He knocks it down. What a way to respond on your home floor. Now, Minnesota did give us a late scare in this game, but we took game 3. We get our first win of the series. We avoid the sweep. We go on to game number 4. Game 4, back in Utah. And, I mean, we picked up, I feel like we picked up where we left off. Gordon Hayward is having a pretty good series for us. You can see him working here. Gives it to Crowder. Crowder for 3. Jay Crowder's 3-point game really stretched the floor in this one. But, man, Minnesota found a second gear here in this second quarter, and it really carried on for the rest of the game. They just had answers. Gordon Hayward right-handed. Gordon Hayward. An aggressive Gordon Hayward is exactly what we needed and is exactly what we want. Great take inside from Gordon. But Minnesota go up 3-1. Yes, that's not a typo. You guys are actually seeing that. So we got a chance here. I mean, Minnesota have a chance here to close it out on their home floor. We do absolutely need to win. And we need to play a lot of defense because 151 is just not good enough. Game number 5 here. And we are in Minnesota. And JP for 3. I said Jordan Poole needed a big series, and man, he responded in this game. Good ball movement from Jazz. Big time shot there from Buddy Hield. 9 plays 12. Gordon Hayward, step back for 3. Mama, there goes that man. Gordon Hayward hits the 3, and this just felt like a different game. Jordan Poole inside. He gets it to go. Like I said, felt like a different game. We were slugging it out. We're hanging in there. Buddy Hield, you need to get a hand up. He knocks a 3 down. And I think we may have broken the record for 3s in this game as Jordan Poole knocks it down in a playoff game for Utah. And we've actually got a 10-point lead here in this third quarter. Hayward spinning. Gordon Hayward! What is going on, Gordon? Tell it with your chest. Look at Gordon. What is going on? So we avoid the elimination. We are going back to Utah. 142-130. Big time win here. Jordan Poole 33. D'Angelo 31. Game 6. Now, game 6, I actually did lose a little bit of recording, unfortunately. But I could really sum it up with just 2 words. I'm going to sum this game up with 2 words. Game 7. 2! Game 7, baby! We came out, we played some good basketball, and you can see here, Buddy Hield. Oh my goodness. We are in this series up to our necks. Now, Anthony Edwards was remaining aggressive. Man, Anthony Edwards really kept Minnesota in this game. We did trail here in the third quarter. JP from deep. And I tell you what, we forced a game 7. Yes, so this series is going to game 7. You guys are going to see extended highlights for game 7. What a series, man. We trailed 3-1 in this one. We did end up winning by 2. Jordan Poole had 30. And now we go to game 7. So it all comes down to this. We fall down 3-1. We can't win 3 in a row, can we? We need to win in Minnesota if we are wanting to advance. Now, the winner of this series takes on Memphis. Now, Memphis actually shocked Denver, and they defeated Denver. So the winner of this series will go on to take on the Memphis Grizzlies. Jordan Poole's averaged 22 in the playoffs. Colin Sexton, 19. Buddy Hield has averaged 18. Gordon Hayward, 15. Miles Turner has averaged 12. Clarkson's been 12 as well. We'll go over it, man. It's Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Rudy Gobert actually did get injured in Game 3. That's something I need to actually tell you guys. He got injured in Game 3. He is back for Game 7. So, a full-strength Minnesota taking on a full-strength Utah Jazz. It's time for Game 7. It all comes down to this. Jordan Poole, Karl Anthony Towns, a young Utah team. We are looking for our first playoff series win. Hopefully today we can get the job done, move on. It's going to be tough. I mean, Memphis is awaiting the winner of this series, and man, it is going to be tough. We can't take this team lightly. We have trailed in this series 3-1, and now it all comes down to this. It is the Utah Jazz. It is the Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 7. I hope you guys have enjoyed this little review series, this little review episode. This has been a lot of fun, this series with Utah Jazz. We do not want to go home. We really do not want to go home. I mean, I tell you what, it's been a tough series. Trying to guard Rudy Gobert. Now, Rudy Gobert has been out. Now, they're bringing him off the bench, which is really interesting because this is Game 7. Now, we're going with our traditional starting lineup. Gordon Hayward is carrying an injury into this game, so we're definitely going to be ready for that. So, let's get into this game, and let's get into the highlights. It is Game 7 of the first round of the playoffs. Let's get into it. And they start off here. Good ball movement from Minnesota. Their ball movement in this series has been so good, but man, Jordan Poole, get fancy with it. JP inside, he gets it to go. Jay Crowder, over to Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward spinning. Gordon Hayward over Karl Anthony Towns. And he makes it look easy. Jordan Poole getting the screen. Over to Turner. Over to Crowder. Crowder for 3. An early lead here. Early tie-up from this two teams. Buddy inside. Now, Buddy Hield. He's had an okay series, Buddy Hield, but man, Minnesota in this first quarter were absolutely balling. They actually got out to a pretty big lead here. We go to the second quarter, and D'Angelo Russell hits a three. So it's not looking good so far here in Game 7. We need a response. We need one now. Jay Crowder in the corner. Jay Crowder for three. Man, Jay Crowder shooting the lights out in this series. 23 plays 37. Crowder again. Into the corner is Turner. And Turner hits a three. So we're still in this game. We are still in this game. Nice little resurgence here. Actually from our bench. Colin Sexton for three. He knocks it down. Our bench really got into this game. It's only 6 points now. Sexton again. Over to Clarkson. And Clarkson drills a three. So, our three-point shooting got us back in this game. Now it's up to our starters to get rolling. Here is Jay Crowder. He gets it to go. 44 plays 47. Anthony Edwards over to Anderson. There is no way that's going in. And we get the rebound and we get off to the races here. We've got a chance here to tie the game up. Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield for three. We go to the third quarter. 77-76. Jordan Poole getting fancy with it inside. Gives us the lead. Make it the fourth quarter. 1 point lead for the Jazz. Jordan Poole. Gordon Hayward. His former team. He reunites and hits a three. Now, I actually thought we're going to run away with this. Miles Turner went inside. He laid it up. Gave us a 6 point lead. But don't look away because this Minnesota team are not giving up. Kyle Anderson, he goes in. He gets it to go. So it's a 1 point game. Jordan Poole has a chance to ice this one for three. JP. Now, I actually thought that was the ice of the game, but I tell you what, it was not because Minnesota fought back. They tied this game up. They actually took the lead, so it's a 2 point lead at the moment. Jordan Clarkson over to Turner. Turner for the lead. Miles Turner. Game 7, Noel for three. Can't get it to go. We get a rebound. Jordan Poole. He gets it, and I decided to bring the ball up slowly. Now, JP went to the line. He hit one. We didn't hit any. I thought he actually hit one. We didn't hit any. Now, Minnesota can take the lead. They go inside, and we foul. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? 93-95. It comes down to this. Jordan Poole for three, and the lead, JP. Tell us with your chest, JP. For three and the lead. So we've got to get a stop. We got to get a stop and we get a stop. We get a stop. We hit one free throw. So Minnesota have a chance to win the game and we advance. What a series. Down 3-1. We advance. We advance. The Utah Jazz win their first playoff series under my GM. And now we suit up and get ready for the second round. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a long one, but man, what a series. GG, the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a great series. We were just the better team at the end. Jordan Poole hitting the biggest shot of the series. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay blessed. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in the second round. CJ dropping tomorrow. Woo!